What's going on, everybody? Today is going to be a multi-faceted review. Hopefully it works the way I want it to, fingers crossed. So what I'm going to be reviewing today is a few different things. To start with, ZU bladeworx warpath. There's about 150 of these made. I actually own 3 of them as it stands right now. But more importantly, these were skeletonized handles. And what I did was I had a gentleman I know, Joe Kosugi, who does amazing work, put on an Ido wrap handle with black ray skin, and those are Bastinelli custom Minukis in there on both sides. So it's black ray skin with a coyote tan Ido wrap, and it just adds a lot of feel. I really, really like it. This is the single edge version in the bronze. The skeletonized are really nice, but they just kind of eat into your hand, and this has a great look and feel, and that's why I did it. Weight wise, it's probably 2.5 pounds, maybe a little bit over that. It's hard because with ZU bladeworx, especially with the smaller runs, it's hard to get in, and once they're in, you're done. I'm in a couple special groups where, you know, if you're interested, you can get in on Facebook, ZU Nation. And so I got in when the drop happened. And I know I've done ZU bladeworx reviews before, so you guys know some of the stuff I'm gonna say. So this is the single edge with the bronze. This is the double edged in the bronze apocalypse. And it is a totally different monster with the double edge. You got to be really careful. But the same way with the Ido wrap, black ray skin, and then the Bastinelli custom Minukis, which I highly recommend, but they are obviously, if you can find them, they are kind of expensive. I think they're like 65 bucks per Minuki, so that adds some stuff. Right now, the exchange rate's really good, so I got all these 3 pieces from gentlemen in Australia. So I paid roughly about what it was when I bought them new. I actually bought 2 that were both bronze, double-edged. I ended up selling them because money was tight at that time and different things, and so then I decided to buy them back again with my tax return money. So that's basically what happened here. So like I said, this is the bronze apocalypse finish with the double-edged, and then Joe's wrap, which is just amazing. He's really reasonable. I mean, that's really what this review is about. More so is the wrap and the custom trainers. I had my buddy Chris over at Volpe's do 2 trainers for me for the warpaths. And his trainer stuff is incredible. He does a lot of his own designs. Most of his designs are his own. But they just, size-wise and feel, they feel so good. Obviously, not quite as much weight, but it's considerably, balance is pretty similar. Feel is very similar. Size for what you're doing. This is probably, like I said, about 2.5. This is probably about 1 3/4 maybe. I mean, it's pretty, I'm not sure the exact material he uses, but it's thick, and it's I don't know, heavy grain, I guess, for lack of a better word. Not so porous as like polypropylene, and you know, like, I just love it. So I had him do the green wrap on the handles. As you can see them together, I mean, they're the perfect trainer companions for really all your stuff. He lives real close to me. He's about 20 minutes away, so it's pretty easy for me to do it. But if you have a blade that you you know, have a problem, you want to live, you know, train with, but you don't want to do it because of, you know, you're afraid you're going to cut yourself, whatever, he just does amazing stuff. And he can do pretty much any design. In certain cases, he wants to get, you know, permission from the makers, which understandably, you know, you don't want to have any animosity. So, but in most cases, it's pretty easy to do. Just email people. People are pretty good about it. He does a lot of stuff with Work Tough knives. Really a lot of stuff now. He's doing some stuff with RMJ Tactical, doing a lot of their trainers now. So, I mean, he's getting on the map. The wind's blowing here. In upstate New York, we're about 40 degrees today. But for March, that's like summer weather. But I'll put a link to his page as well. But Joe's work is awesome. That's really why I wanted to do this. I'm having him do the third one that I have when it comes in with the same style, just different colors. Joe Kosugi, I'll put his page up. Really reasonable for idle wrapping. Somewhere between $20 and $30 an inch. So, which is very reasonable. If you know anything about that, it can get very expensive. So, and it just feels nice. You know, he puts a seal on it that's his own design or his own mixture, I guess. So this isn't coming off. I mean, you can obviously cut it and take the whole thing off, but this isn't going to unravel, which for tactical stuff is really what you want. You know, you don't want it like a traditional katana's wrap because, you know, it'll move around, and that was made to be taken all apart, and this isn't like that, so. And then the comparison with the two, with the single and the double. Like I said, the bronze, it almost looks like a bronze finish you'd get on a car, to be honest. Very sparkly. And then you got the bronze Apocalypse, which is a lot of dark and black and double edge to single edge. You can kind of tell. To be honest, I kind of like the single edge better. I didn't know that I would, but it's kind of what I like the most. So. But they move really well in the hand for being heftier pieces, you know. They aren't definitely small by any means. For how small they are, the weight is substantial, I should say. I certainly can't move them around the way I can move around the trainers, but they work pretty well in conjunction, regardless. They are about 16-inch blades, 24 inches overall. 25 inches overall, something like that. So, really, really cool. I actually have Ravenswood Leather doing a back style baldric. So you could put two of them on. So we'll see how that goes. Should be something different and interesting. But, like I said, I just want to do a quick review of his Ido wrap work. Show off the ZU bladeworx warpaths. They're pretty badass for tactical wakizashis. They're pretty sweet. I'm impressed, or happy that I got them again. I should say, not impressed, but I know this review is kind of wishy-washy for my normal, but just as the first nice day in a while, I wanted to get out and do it. And I'll put one to Volpe's page as well for his trainers.